So, how is everyone? I hope you're all well. So, turns out Joseph Morris is a prick then. Well, what can I say? I've took the video down, you know, even though the video that we did weren't sort of saying that that was an accurate thing that happened during this, you know, and we did question the integrity of it. Ultimately, you don't expect it to have been fabricated in such a spectacular fashion. And it would appear that a lot of people have got comments about this Joseph Morris as well. That seems to be his go-to thing. And I was completely unaware of this. And for that, I must apologise for my own inadequacies when it comes to knowing my fellow YouTubers. But all we can do is make sure that we don't listen to that twat again. Anyway, onwards and upwards. So we've got a couple of things to speak about. An elephant in the room, but we'll come back to that. First of all, there is a warning. What I'm going to do. We haven't got dog cam because dog cam is currently, well, not dog cam itself, but Milo, the dog, is eating. But I thought I'd give you this. This is outdoor cam. So that's what we've got at the moment. This is, we're at -5, and we've got some fog. And that is our garden. Look at that. Wouldn't that make a nice Christmas card? Or a horror movie cover? Don't venture into the garden. Anywho. So, there is a warning. They're saying, let's go over to here. Bless me. Cops warn that killer of University of Idaho students could strike again during this weekend's commencement. Much maligned Idaho cops, under pressure to find the killer who murdered 4 college kids last month, warned locals and visitors to be careful Saturday as winter commencement festivals got underway. Authorities cautioned those in the area to stay vigilant. Now, and look, what we're going to say is this kind of... They're obviously warned. This was a warning for this weekend. But that doesn't bode well when you think that they were saying to everyone this was something that was targeted, this was isolated, and, you know, this goes completely against that. They're basically saying to be careful. And if you're just saying that, you know, for this particular event to be careful, then rarely what you're saying is this place ain't safe. There is a killer out there. That is the reality of it. The reality is there is a killer out there somewhere. Someone who went into a property and took the lives of 4 university students for no apparent reason. Or is there? And that brings me to the elephant in the room. And look, I'm bringing it up because it has to be said. Someone made a comment and they said, look, everybody are brilliant and excellent and awesome and wonderful people after something bad has happened to them. We see it in the cases where a child has gone missing, the harm has come to a child, and we said about it before, didn't we? That bubble goes over the parents and you can't say anything bad about them because they're the victims, even though a lot of the time they fucking ain't. And we see the same in this. Now, there is a lot of things being brought up, and please, I do not want people to think that we're saying that this happened because something else happened. But there are little clues in here that does raise an eyebrow, and I'm talking specifically about the fact that earlier on in the year, it would seem that a young girl unalived herself because of bullying. And whether rightfully or wrongfully, it seems to have somehow been connected to at least one or more of the victims in the Idaho slayings. And I bring your attention to this comment, this here, and particularly the tag And what brings my attention to this tag, it's almost like a gamer tag. Not so much a YouTuber, not so much just a random person on the street, or a John Smith or a Jane Smith, Jane Doe. This is a gamer tag, which kind of tells you a little bit about the person who was behind the comment, and whether they've done it strategically to make it look that way. But it's comments like this and names like this that again throw shade upon the likes of one of the Jacks, Jack K in particular. Because his goobers referencing and things like that, and what he is involved in, and when you go back over his social media, he seems to be part of that gaming background, you know, the gaming community. And I don't know, it could just be completely coincidental that Jack K, with the things we know, the potential connection to the Deadly account and what we know about the Deadly account and the things that it posted, the weirdness of it. And then we've got attacks, horrible attacks, seemingly connected to this other issue. And they themselves also seem to have a game-esque kind of feel to it. And again, look, at the end of the day, no, these are young adults, and they've got a lot of growing up to do, a lot of learning to do. And if they were bullying someone, it doesn't then give someone the right to go in and butcher them in this manner. It's just not the way the world works. You know, there's too much of this going on. You know, and this. I just don't know. The world has gone seemingly nuts. And maybe they did, maybe they don't. Who here can say when they were younger they didn't do anything wrong? They weren't involved in name calling of people or things. You know, some people are bullied, and that is horrendous what they're put through. But that's just not an excuse for this to happen, if indeed this was what happened. And that seems to be what people or persons are insinuating. And that is the elephant in the room. Was this retribution of sorts? Was this someone who blamed them for something? And even if this is not about this case in particular, does it feel that this could be someone who has just got a problem with students who they would consider more privileged than them? Because of the anger, the ferocity of this attack, I can't help but shake off the feeling that this isn't an outsider. This isn't someone who just came from away, a passerby. I still feel that there is someone close by who has got a massive, massive problem. And is that what law enforcement are given the nod towards when they say about be vigilant and that the person could strike again? Have law enforcement succumbed to the fact that there is indeed a killer in this area? And the truth is, these people, when they talk about whether it was targeted or whether the property was targeted, is that what they meant all along? This is someone close by, someone who has got huge problems, and they're just randomly attacking students themselves who they consider a target for unbeknown reasons, but it could be to do with privilege. What do you think? Where are you? Do law enforcement know more than they're letting on? And are they struggling to just join the dots? I hope that they know more. I hope they can do more. And I hope that that warning that they could strike again does not happen. And this doesn't turn into not just a mass murderer incident, but indeed a serial killer one. I'll catch you all in the next one.